All right, well, let's get another question here. This was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Donatello in Paris, France. Beyond the current...
Now, wait a minute. You must make mention of the fact we don't have all that many female members of the cult of Cornette. So that's a thank you, Donna, for writing in.
No. Donatello. What name? You like the Ninja Turtles? Do you like fine art?
Do you like Turkish prisons?
Beyond the current frictions you've had with Chris Jericho and the way he handles himself in the AEW, considering his longevity in an international career at the highest level, where do you personally rank him amongst the all-time greats as he's about to celebrate his 30th year as a professional wrestler? Is he top 100 of all time? Top 50? And there's the question from Donatello.
Well, as an old friend of ours would say, question is too broad. Move it be stricken from that. No, you would think, well, yeah, Chris Jericho might have to be top 100 in wrestling until then. If you started writing down names and, was he Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, Rock, Wild Bill Longson, Jim Londos, Luthez, all the top 10 box office attractions? Point I'm making is I can't quantify somebody like that off the top of my head, because you might start writing down names and realize you'd gotten to 100 and you still weren't anywhere near Chris Jericho. Or you could look at it the other way and say how many tens of thousands of guys have been in wrestling that didn't achieve the longevity, mainstream success, financial success or whatever that Jericho has. So I don't think it's when you're going of all the people that have ever been professional wrestlers in history, is he top 100? I don't know. I'd have to sit down and make a goddamn long ass list. But in all seriousness, he's been a big star. He was the WWF champion when it still kind of meant something. He was a main event pay-per-view draw. He's obviously not only worked for the WWE, but he's also, reinvented himself in New Japan for that run there. And he'd had previous international experience. So he's had a longer career. He's done more and at a higher level than a high percentage of guys that ever get in the business. I don't know if you can put a number on it. That's why I'm just exasperated with here a guy who has done this and been at such a level and done these other things, and now he's wallowing around in tubs of orange juice with Make-A-Wish kids. And it's just, why you don't need the money that bad. The guy that's paying you the money would pay you the same amount of money if you actually had serious matches with legitimate opponents, Chris. He'd still pay you the same amount of money. And you wouldn't have to, have people, because there are people who are 20 years old or whatever who will think that Chris Jericho was the guy that fussed at Sebastian Bach on Twitter and had matches with these fucking goofs either on football fields or in tubs of orange juice. And that's a shame. So he's been a big star. He's been a bigger star than a lot of people. He's done it at a high level for a long time. And I don't know what the fuck he's thinking now.
Well, Jim, a lot of longtime Jericho fans are not happy with what he's been doing in 2020 on AEW TV. They say it's the same feeling you get if some major corporation puts chemicals that you didn't know about into your airway.
How about this one instead? Poor Chris Jericho, the time will come very shortly where he's going to have to be confined to a nursing home, and he's going to have to sit back and watch videos of himself being thrown into a vat of orange juice by a Jiffy Lube employee from Chester, Pennsylvania. And folks, if you have problems with somebody that you know in a nursing home, because now not only is our man, our consigliere, taking care of the opioid-addicted babies that are born, he's taking care of the old people in nursing homes because there are nursing home malpractices, nursing home practices that lead to serious outcomes, even death for their inhabitants, for their patients, for their citizens, for the people who live there. And only one man is brave enough and willing enough to take these nursing homes to task for mistreating their elderly patients consigned to their care. Only one man.
Call Stephen P. News. If you need to sue. An outlaw mud show or two. He'll sue the rest.
Yeah, I don't know whether you'll feel like you've been poisoned if you watch Chris Jericho's current matches. I don't know if Chris Jericho's ready to go to a nursing home, but I do know that Stephen P. New is the man for you if you have a problem with any of those things or anything in between. Stephen P. New can take care of you when you're a baby. He can take care of you when you're an old person, and he can take care of you at all points in between. You know what success is, Brian Last? Success depends on how old you are. Success at age 4 is not peeing in your pants. Success at age 16 is having a driver's license. Success at age 70 is having a driver's license. And success at age 90 is not peeing in your pants. But folks, no matter how long you live, Stephen P. New can take care of you. I was talking to him the other day, and not only has he taken on cases of medical malpractice, where people were given the wrong medicine or people were given medicine that was bad for them. Not only has he taken on cases where doctors and medical personnel were accused of improper conduct with their patients, but now also he's protecting senior citizens in nursing homes that have been victims of abuse or improper treatment. Regardless of what your case, give Stephen P. New a crack at it, because if he doesn't take care of it, he'll know somebody that can. 888-692-8084, newlawoffice.com. Get even with Stephen. If you need to sue, call Stephen P. New. From the cradle to the grave, Brian Last, he'll take care of you like a babe in your mother's arms.
That's right. Well, before we wrap this mother up, let's get a question or two in.
We're going to wrap this mother up. We're going to wrap this mother up. Go ahead and wrap this mother up.